African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 5th of July, 2024. From June 29th to July 5th, 2024, the Russian armed forces have carried out 23 group strikes by high-precision weapons and strike unmanned aerial vehicles, as a result of which the following were hit: enemy airfields, energy facilities that support the work of Ukraine's military-industrial complex enterprises, fuel depots for military equipment, assembly facilities for strike UAVs and uncrewed surface vehicles, as well as locations for storing and preparing for combat use of missile weapons. Over the past week, 32 Ukrainian servicemen have surrendered on the line of contact. Units of the Black Sea Fleet destroyed 3 uncrewed surface vehicles of the Ukrainian Navy over the week. Over the past week, units of the North Group of Forces have improved the situation along the front line and inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of 3 armed forces of Ukraine brigades, 1 Marine and 2 Territorial Defense brigades. In addition, 5 counterattacks of the armed forces of Ukraine assault groups were repelled. The enemy losses were up to 1,595 troops, 4 tanks, 3 armored fighting vehicles, 30 motor vehicles, 3 electronic warfare stations, as well as 31 field artillery guns, including 12 large-caliber howitzers of various U.S.-made modifications. The West Group of Forces units liberated Stepove and Novosielovka, Kharkov region, as a result of successful actions, improved the tactical situation, and hit units of armed forces of Ukraine: 3 mechanized, 1 assault, 1 airmobile, and 2 territorial defense brigades. In addition, 11 counterattacks of enemy assault groups have been repelled. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 3,580 Ukrainian troops, 1 tank, 7 armored fighting vehicles, 29 motor vehicles, 4 Grad MLRS combat vehicles, and 27 field artillery guns, including 10 Western-made artillery guns. In addition, 20 ammunition depots were destroyed. The Southern Group of Forces units liberated Spornoye and Novy district of Chasov Yar, Donetsk People's Republic. Losses were inflicted on manpower and hardware of 2 armed forces of Ukraine mechanized brigades and 2 air assault brigades. 18 attacks launched by the enemy's assault detachments were repelled. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 3,845 Ukrainian troops, 4 tanks, 19 armored fighting vehicles, including 3 U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carriers, 65 motor vehicles, and 53 field artillery howitzers. Moreover, 8 electronic warfare stations and 35 armed forces of Ukraine field ammunition depots were destroyed. As a result of active operations, units of the Center Group of Forces liberated Shumy, Novo-Alexandrovka, and Novopokrovskoye, Donetsk People's Republic. Losses were inflicted on units of 3 armed forces of Ukraine mechanized brigades and 2 infantry formations, as well as 2 territorial defense brigades. 38 enemy counterattacks were repelled over the week. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 2,970 Ukrainian troops, 5 tanks, 12 armored fighting vehicles, including 2 U.S.-made Bradley infantry fighting vehicles, 30 motor vehicles, and 32 field artillery howitzers. Units of the Vostok Group of Forces improved the tactical situation and inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of 2 armed forces of Ukraine brigades, 2 territorial defense and 1 National Guard brigades. 11 armed forces of Ukraine counterattacks were repelled over the week. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 900 Ukrainian troops, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 43 motor vehicles, 22 field artillery howitzers, including 14 supplied by NATO countries. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on units of 1 Mountain Assault and 4 Territorial Defense Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 635 Ukrainian troops, 1 armored fighting vehicle, 36 motor vehicles, 24 field artillery howitzers, including 13 US-made M777 howitzers. Moreover, 7 electronic warfare stations and 3 armed forces of Ukraine ammunition depots were destroyed. Air defense units shot down 2 MiG-29 and 1 Su-27 aircraft of the Ukrainian Air Force, 5 US-made Adams operational tactical missiles, 5 Neptune MD long-range guided missiles, 14 UK-made Storm Shadow cruise missiles, 7 French-made Hammer guided aerial bombs, 1 US-made HARM anti-radiation missile, 42 US-made HIMARS and Czech-made Vampire MLRS projectiles, and 451 unmanned aerial vehicles. In addition, 5 Su-27 aircraft and 1 Mi-24 helicopter were destroyed on the base airfields, as well as 2 Su-27 aircraft of the Ukrainian Air Force were damaged. In total, 626 airplanes and 277 helicopters, 27,228 unmanned aerial vehicles, 537 air defense missile systems, 16,506 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,364 combat vehicles equipped with MLRS, 11,386 field artillery guns and mortars, as well as 23,345 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.